Lime mortars, that's what we're using on this pointing job. I'm not going to delve in it too much because it's a minefield. It's in my opinion, it's full of unqualified experts, and I'm neither. I'm not qualified or an expert. I started with limes 20 odd years ago. I worked on a country estate, 200 houses, 4 or 5 farms, all built around just after the Napoleonic War, because we used to find coins there with Napoleon on them. So obviously French prisoners of war worked on the estate, whether those bricklayers or not, I don't know, probably just labourers there. When I started working there, these properties were been ruined by people repairing them with sand and cement over the years, and I didn't know much about it, didn't know anything about it really. So I started looking into it. There wasn't the information you've got now. There was information out there, but obviously 20 odd years ago the internet wasn't like it is now. But I looked up on it and read into lime and realised where it was going wrong. So I spoke to the manager and said we need to get some lime putty and carry on like that, and he did, and we did. And luckily enough, I was given a free hand. I taught myself, really. I'm totally self-taught, other than what I did read. Because I had free hand, it was hit and miss, and if I fucked something up, they didn't know. I just sorted it out. So it was good. It was good. Limes. This day and age, there's 3 limes: putty lime, NHL, hydraulic limes, and hot limes. My favourite lime to use is putty. It's just easy to use. NHL is as well. This job we're using NHL 3.5. Hot limes, I know nothing about. It started just becoming fashionable, and it always worries me because this goes on in the lime game, and something new comes out and it becomes a fad and everyone jumps on it. I haven't jumped on it, and I probably never will do. I'm quite happy with what I use. Problem with doing weather struck pointing with lime is that when you're using lime, the sand needs to be angular, like sharp sand. So when we're doing older houses with penny joint and flush joints and that, we use a sharp sand. It might mix with other sands to get the colour and what have you, but obviously with weather struck pointing you can't do that because you've got to cut a fine line, straight line with it. So you have to use a soft wash sand. Putties and hot lime, they set by the air. The air sets them. NHL sets a bit like cement, and it seems to get a bit harder than the other limes through hydration, through water. So I prefer to use that with soft sands for the weather struck pointing, because I think it just probably binds a bit better. So that's what we're using. NHLs, there's so many companies making them now, and they're not all the same. Some are made from different rock, they're different strengths and that, but honestly I don't look into it too that deep. I know what I've done and I know what works for me. So but if you want to get into the lines, there's plenty to read up on it now. It's interesting, but some of these experts and some of these lime groups, and even on Facebook, they won't teach you nothing, they won't tell you nothing, you have to find out yourself. So it's a bit of a closed shop really. It's like tuck pointing, no one's going to tell you how to do that, are they? You've got to pay someone to show you. Right, so that's what I know about lime, and that's what we're doing anyway. So speak to you later, boys.